It is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to Vaught-Hemingway Stadium, home of the Ole Miss Rebels. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Arkansas Razorbacks, taking on another SEC rival, the Ole Miss Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Rebels will get us started with the opening kickoff. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. So Arkansas's offense will come out first. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box, they can take it outside, they can both catch the football as well. So no doubt the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
And you really can't be called the Hogs if you're not willing to grind it out in the dirt.
Yeah, and I love calling the offensive linemen the hog mollies. And Arkansas, in that beautiful state, you're going to find a bunch of big, strong individuals. And the identity of that team is usually built on those guys up front.
Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a first down. And the Razorbacks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man quickly. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
What's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
The short hands, it's Cobb. Oh, he's got some space. He goes out of bounds across the 25, mark it at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning. They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. It'll be a draw. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun, to give, looking for room. There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Grab near the sticks. It's Cobb. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. A first down run in the red zone. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
They've worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to find the end zone. Into the house. Touchdown,
Man, great first drive by this offense. Capped off, 3rd-and-goal situation. A lot of times thinking run. They got a perfect play scripted. Take advantage of the defense, get the passing touchdown, and get this party started right.
He'll bring it out. It's Dalton. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. The Rebels offense will have its first possession of the game. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that.
Turning it on! Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it's going to be hard to stop.
Looking to throw on first down. Makes the catch. It's Lyle.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball move.
In the gun, looking to throw on third down. He'll off one deep down the left side. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's fourth down. And the Rebels will call on their punt team. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
One of the things I love about this defense is they're so versatile in ways they can get after the quarterback. In their last game, they came away with 5 sacks, came from all over the place. They got the win. So you know in this one, they're going to dial up a lot of different looks. It's going to be tough for this offense to try to keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call. They want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front.
Open field on the right, and he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. The give on the counter. And he'll pick up a few yards before he's dragged down, and that'll be the end of the first quarter. We reach the break. Arkansas has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Fires to the big fella. There he goes. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. The Razorbacks are moving quickly down the field. Motion from the back. To the air on first down. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas!
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, we've got a final score for a notable game today in the American. Temple came away with the win today, but not in dominant fashion. In fact, the folks in Philly had to sweat things out for much of the second half. Certainly could have been better, but it also could have been worse. Never a dull moment when it comes to the American. Back to you guys.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Going to sling it on second down. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll need to convert this third down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. Got it behind the line. It's Hawkins. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. The Rebels line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first two drives, and they're back to work now. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Got his man on the right. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
And the Razorbacks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. From the gun. Give on the inside. Breaks into the open. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. It's a draw. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
The Land Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Grab near the marker is Cobb. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Razorbacks! They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
They have been road warriors here in this game, coming into a tough environment, but in all three phases, they have been absolutely dominant. Their defense is not allowed a point, and the offense is going up and down the field, and they score another touchdown here before the end of the first half.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They've fallen into this big hole, and they are pretty desperate for answers right now. Hold and fire complete. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
The hand to the running back. Nice move there. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Wants to throw on first down. That's reeled in. It's Hawkins. Couldn't find any more room up the sideline, and he's pushed out of bounds at the 36. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. And the Rebels decide to punt it away. Takes it on the return. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
It's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal.
Trying to burn this defensive back. Snags it inside the 20. He's loose down the left side. Touchdown, Arkansas. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
I think there were a lot of doubters that wondered how this team was going to be able to handle this environment and whether or not they could find success early in this game. They have proved all of those doubters wrong. They have been dominant in every phase, on offense, on defense, and on special teams, and they are piling it on here early in this game on the road.
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, and now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Punt is on its way. Books it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on teams. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offense approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Now on 1st and goal, a score here, and that mountain is huge if you want to make a comeback. The offense changing the play. They'll go to the air. Oh, they're after him. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. The Razorbacks headed quickly to the line. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Throws to the wideout. He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Razorbacks! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
On the move from inside his 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A memorable first half of football so far today in Oxford.
And the Razorbacks will boot it away to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 3.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. Here's the pressure. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. The Rebels will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They have it once again in spectacular field position. Cashed in the last time and even better this time around. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Fires downfield. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play but just couldn't find anybody open.
Missed opportunity on offense. QB and receiver just not on the same page there.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Got it in the middle, it's Cobb. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up. The Razorbacks come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, the ground game. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
Touchdown, Arkansas! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. I mean, the way this team has dominated this game, impressive to say the least.
And it's cool now because you're kicking the crud out of them so bad, you start to put the backups in, and all them get to get juice and get to get some playing time, get some feel good. And the other side, well, they're just taking it right to the face.
Here he comes from inside. 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Finds his man. It's Lyle. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. And the Rebels can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They want to run it left here. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Looking downfield on first down. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
Well, you can see the mindset of this offense changing quickly. They're in the late in the third quarter. They're down on the scoreboard. They've got to get aggressive, and they've got to throw the ball if they want a chance to win this game. But the defense knows it. It's going to be really hard for this quarterback now. The windows are going to...
Oh, he's got some space. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Rebels are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He'll sneak it.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Off from the shotgun. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
And that looked like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off, give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision. Nice job by the running back getting the yardage.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Hauls it in. At midfield, he's got room. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
Yeah, and I'm going to keep finding these matchups with my great players in the slot so they can go get me big plays like this. I create matchup nightmares for a defense, and I get it to one of my best players consistently.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to pass. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
And those are frustrating. Like, those drops really annoy you because those running backs are always asking to be more a part of the game plan. Get the ball more, touch it more. An awesome opportunity in the pass game to make a play, ball right in his hands, and that is a missed opportunity.
Offside, defense.
Offense will take that. Free 5 yards every time. Bad discipline by the defense.
And the defense was anxious to get off the ball quickly. Instead, it's just a little bit closer for the offense. Slams it ahead. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Trying to power it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Razorbacks! Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Ullman's offense ready to go back to work. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. 2 running backs alongside the quarterback. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Runs through a tackle. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Fires into traffic, intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
Looking for an open area to his left. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Wants to go up top. He's got him this time. Touchdown, Arkansas! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback and wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. From the gun, running back gets to give. Powers through the defender. At the 30, and another broken tackle. They make the tackle, but not before he finishes off this 3rd period with a big play. That's the end of the quarter, and Arkansas has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. Final stands in the game, and we'll start with... down. Power football with the run. Breaks the tackle. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And this offense, man, they just can't get out of their own way. Like, they've got a 0 on the scoreboard already. Now turning the football over late in the game when you're down, they've got to find a way to make something good happen on that side of the football.
Starts a drive trying to go up top. Quickly to the tight end. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Might be calling a hot route. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got his man. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Sometimes you have to put it in a tight window, and sometimes the window is gargantuan, and it was there.
Yeah, that was one of them big old huge windows. And I tell you what, when you throw over the middle of the field, a lot of times...
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
How about this defense coming out aggressive on first down? They're in the red zone. They're like, no, we're going to take the fight to you.